Hello and welcome to episode 6 of Troy Talks Life. And isn't life good? Just in case you forgot, Troy Talks Life is going to be a weekly podcast with the goal of helping you find your inner truth and how to live a happy, fulfilling life. As I pass on some inner truths that I have discovered in my short journey of self-discovery to now. Today's episode is called Toxic People. Last week, I was trying to show you the way to your own unique life direction. And when you find something that is providing you interest, spiritual and intellectual stimulation, and you enjoy who you are when doing it, then you found a great direction to continue on. And as much as we encourage ourselves down the best path, there always seems to be these toxic people in our lives that end up influencing us to believe in the opposite. And then we live unnoticingly censoring our own thoughts to meet these judgments. Simply put, a toxic person is anyone in your life who can negatively influence your emotions or life choices. Now, in the book The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, she has this blanket term called censors. And a censor can be a toxic person influencing you, but just as well, it can be our own subconscious trying to protect us, make these safe choices as we navigate our day. And what I mean by protecting us is that we had these experiences where we felt the social pressure to conform to someone else's judgment. We see children dancing and playing and painting without fear of judgment until they have this experience with maybe a parent or a friend says, no, you can't do that, or they laugh at them and they feel embarrassed and then form this pattern in their head that says, I can't do that because I will have this result. In The Artist's Way, Cameron talks about this process called the morning pages, where you start writing as soon as you wake up, and you're in this transition between your subconscious and consciousness. And at that point, you are less affected by your sensors, where you're actually more aware about them, and you can start to target exactly what you're saying to yourself during the day. This is the best way to solve a problem, because we know that the only way to solve a problem is recognizing one. So here you actually get to recognize what you normally can't hear. And that's very important to then changing those programmed judgments. Don't be the person who wants to be something larger and then settles for something lower because you think you're not good enough. I mean, we're all guilty of this, but this is because we buy into those outside voices as if they know our potential better than us. All this ensures is that you believe the possible is then impossible, mostly because they have never gone farther than their own fears. And so how dare you ever think farther than me? My gosh, you're going into something dangerous. That's how they see what you're trying to do. And I mean, it is scary for someone who is locked down by their own fear to see someone succeed because they're deciding to go farther. You're taking a risk over what they did, and you're bringing yourself to this higher level of action for your own desire. In episode 3, I said nothing in life is guaranteed, but you have to take the risk and focus on what you want and not live in the fear of not getting it. Now, having toxic people in your life will cause you to believe their strong opinions about your choices and prevent you from living out your highest truth. They're passing their own self-fears onto you, and you have to ask yourself, who are the people in my life, or who might be entering my life that aren't promoting what I'm going for? Does this person support me? Does this person come from having an experience that I should listen to, or is it not even relevant to what I'm doing? At that point, you're starting to find ideas that might satisfy your interests. You're developing opportunities that satisfy your inner truth because you're searching in the right places. So keep on that path. Toxic people want to take you off that path. They will make you doubt your truth. They will inflict their thoughts and choices and actions and their judgments. I mean, that's what makes them toxic. So once you target these people, slowly disconnect from them. Once you target your own self-judgments, write them down, acknowledge them, and then try to replace them with positivity and affirming the opposite to yourself in any way that sticks. I mean, write the opposite of your judgments down and read it 3 times. Say it to yourself every morning for a month. Write it in your notebook. Just get it in your head. And then surround yourself with people who have similar goals and careers. The ones who support you. The people who you can share all of your progress with, who are excited and encouraging of your highest potential. And then go back and support them in what they're trying to do. We are all trying to fight our own battles, and it's nice to reciprocate the love and support others give us. At this point, you are not only in a better life direction for yourself, but you are supported and loved by people who see your potential and are excited to see what you are becoming, what you are creating as you bloom into this higher truth of who you are. Next week's episode is going to be on paying it forward. No, not the movie. Yeah, no, there's not going to be any Kevin Spacey or Helen Hunt or that weird little kid from The Sixth Sense. But yeah, we are going to talk about that amazing concept and the energy it holds and why it's important to developing your higher energy. So that's it. I hope you like what you're hearing. And if you do, please subscribe and share this podcast with your friends and family. So for now, stay tuned to soundcloud.com/Troy Talks, my YouTube channel, or check me out at troysegala.com. Thanks. Troy Talks Life.